One attorney at law is contending that the Caribbean Court of Justice may not have given enough consideration to the issue of whether or not the court has jurisdiction to preside in the matter before it, in the elections appeal case brought by PPP presidential candidate Irfan Ali and others. The attorney feels, as he terms it, as though they, referring to the CCJ, have glossed over the issue of jurisdiction.
I understand their ruling, and it is based on the principles coming out of a judicial review case called Anisminic out of the UK in the 1960s, 1970s. But I still think that they kind of glossed over jurisdiction.
He made these remarks in an interview on a show streamed on social media featuring news personality Jerry George. The attorney, while commenting on the court's ruling, shared the view that the case wasn't properly managed. Here's how he thought the court should have dealt with the case.
There should have been two separate hearings, one on the point of jurisdiction and the second hearing on the substantive legal issue.
Also appearing on the show was executive member of the Working People's Alliance, WPA, Dr. David Hinds, who formed the opinion that the court's action was politically motivated.
Any action by the court, in my estimation, could not be a legal action. It had to be a political action. You could have heard from their questioning during the hearing that they were looking for jurisdiction.
PNCR executive member Aubrey Norton was also featured as part of the program, and while lending support to statements made by his colleagues on the program, the executive member asserted his own position.
The Caribbean Court of Justice played political gymnastics. They jumped all around. But interestingly, they did not grant the consequential orders, which suggests to me that they recognize that they went into dangerous waters. Then they pull out and then kick the political football back to the Guyana Elections Commission and say who scored the goal win.
Mr. Norton also preferred this view.
In the process, they end up falsely giving themselves jurisdiction and giving a bad decision legally.
In delivering its ruling on Wednesday, the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, had set aside the orders of the Court of Appeal. The court, in its written ruling, stated, "It follows that under the laws of Guyana, this court had jurisdiction to hear and determine the application by Mr. Ali and Jagdeo to set aside the decision of the Court of Appeal. That decision was made without jurisdiction. It was therefore not final and is of no effect. This court is entitled and required to declare it invalid, and likewise, the report issued by the CEO which was based on it. It follows that the appeal of Mr. Ali and Jagdeo succeeds." Reporting for HGP Nightly News, Wendell Badri.